Hi, my name's Abby, and this is my presentation on why should we still be wearing masks. Persuasive presentation, excuse me. So, let's start with some controversial stuff. Is it an infringement on your rights? No. It was a mandate. It was not a law. You wouldn't be ticketed if you were not wearing a mask. So there was nothing to worry about there. You can wear your mask freely. It's your choice. Or you don't have to. But I would highly recommend it. Also, masks are not a health issue, and this applies to people with asthma. They specifically make masks for people with asthma and for athletes now. So that shouldn't even be brought up. If masks are a health issue, it's a safety precaution. It's a safety tool, just like eye goggles, just like safety helmets. It should have never been considered an infringement of our rights. Maybe it was embarrassing to people to wear one or demeaning, but everyone had to do it. So this is what we are struggling with right now, this day and age, normalcy bias. And I can give you an example. For instance, my brother's homecoming game is tomorrow, and there's going to be a lot of people there. Some will wear masks and some won't. And we got to understand that there's going to be a second wave, and we are going to merge into that with the cold and flu season. So there's going to be a lot of panic about it, and I think what might help is just wearing masks to avoid this situation. Basically, if your cool friend says, hey, let's go to this game, I don't really feel like wearing a mask, you're more inclined to do that. You're not going to wear a mask because your friend isn't or your family member isn't. And that's what needs to stop, because now we are getting back into the normalcy, and I know that's what we all want to do, but there is going to be a second wave, and it's being predicted, and we know it. The seatbelts. So I compare what people were protesting the masks back in April and May to seatbelts. There was legitimately protests against seatbelts in the 1980s because people didn't want to wear seatbelts. They thought they were cool. And 65% of Americans oppose the mandatory seatbelt laws. And it's instinctive now. You put it on, your car even alerts you when you put your seatbelt on or when you need to. So no one has protested that since, and I just related it to that because I didn't think the protests for masks would be long, but since this coronavirus pandemic is long, it's going to take some time. I mean, we haven't even came out with the vaccine yet. So drivers said back in the 80s that it was ineffective, inconvenient, and uncomfortable, and they even suggested that it'd be safer to be thrown out of your car from an accident than stay in your car safe with a seatbelt. So there's that logic. So the essential worker experience. Even though customers or people might tell you you shouldn't wear a mask, it's your right not to, masks are still required in most workplaces. Even companies are aware there could be a second wave, and I don't want all of my workers in my facility getting sick with the coronavirus, because that means no workers, no business. So that's never going away until the viruses died down. And then masks actually help to prevent bringing back the virus to your family. It really does. You wear it, you toss it out, you come inside, take a shower, you will be fine. But it's not something to be embarrassed about, to wear it. And personally, my experience at work, I've had customers tell me to take my mask off because it's embarrassing that I'm wearing it, and that they know that they don't have the virus and they don't want me to be afraid. But I'm not afraid. I just want to be safe. It's nothing out of fear. And moving on from that, something personal, and I'll end on this. My grandpa's health was deteriorating back when the coronavirus was a big thing. And he went to St. Joe's when this was happening. He was actually having health issues because of a statin drug that he was taking. And because there were so many patients in the hospital, he was not even able to get treated properly when he was in the hospital. And just to show that it's, I mean, even my grandpa, who is on oxygen, has to wear a mask when he goes to the doctors. It's just protocol. It's just safety. There's nothing embarrassing about it. There's nothing to be fearful of. You just wear it, just like you wear a seatbelt. In conclusion, just to summarize everything, masks are not required. They are not a law. They are a mandate, well, until now, but they're recommended. And we need to stop normalizing that we're going to get right back on the track that we were, because it's not gone. And then the flu and cold season is going to make it even worse. And essential workers still have to wear them. So if you are a customer, please do not ask the essential worker to take off your mask for you, because it's kind of disrespectful to their personal choices and to the company. And it will save you and the people you care about from contracting COVID, especially people with pre-existing conditions and asthma. Thank you for your time.
Can you back up so I can take that